Let's talk about stress, not the cute kind, not the "I'm busy" badge of honor. I'm talking about the real kind, the kind that tightens your chest, shortens your patience, messes with your sleep, and slowly, silently steals your focus. It's that constant, low-grade hum of anxiety that follows you from the moment you wake up to the moment your head hits the pillow. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Stress is not the enemy. Mismanagement is. Stress is a signal. It's your mind and your body screaming at you, saying, "Hey, something matters over here. Something is wrong." But instead of listening, what do most of us do? We drown it out. We drown it out with distractions, with excuses, with endless cups of caffeine, with mindless scrolling on our phones, or by just pretending that everything is fine. And that is how stress turns from fuel into poison. Think about it. Where does your stress really come from? It comes from pressure without direction. It's the feeling of spinning your wheels, putting in tons of effort, but having no clarity on where you're going. It comes from taking on responsibilities without setting any boundaries. And it especially comes from expectations, particularly the ones you never even agreed to in the first place. You don't get stressed because you're weak. You get stressed because you care. You get stressed because you're trying, because you're carrying weight. But here's where so many people mess up. They try to carry everything, every problem, every opinion, every single what if, every expectation that isn't even theirs to begin with. That's not strength. Let's be honest, that's stupidity disguised as toughness. You're trying to be a hero in a story where you've made yourself the victim. Let me be ruthless with you for just a second. If everything stresses you out, you're not overwhelmed, you're unfocused. Stress explodes when your priorities collapse. It happens when everything feels urgent, when nothing feels like it's under your control, when your mind is everywhere except right here, where your feet are planted. You don't need less responsibility in your life. What you need is structure. You don't need a break from life itself. You need to gain control over how you engage with it. Stress multiplies in chaos, but it shrinks in clarity. Here's something powerful that most people never learn. Your body doesn't know the difference between real danger and imagined danger. That email you're avoiding, that difficult conversation you're scared to have, that deadline you keep pushing back, day after day. Your nervous system treats it like a legitimate threat. Your heart rate goes up. Your breathing becomes shallow. Your muscles tighten. Your focus disappears. So when you procrastinate, you're not avoiding stress. You are actively feeding it. You're marinating in it. Action doesn't always remove the problem entirely, but it almost always reduces the stress associated with it. Taking that first small step is like opening a pressure valve. Now let's talk about control, because at its core, that's what stress is really about. A perceived lack of control. You can't control outcomes. You can't control other people. You can't control timing, but you absolutely can control your preparation. You can control your effort. You can control your response. You can control your habits, your standards, and the promises you make to yourself. And when you focus on controlling those things, stress starts to lose its grip on you. Calm isn't passive. Calm is earned. It comes from knowing you did the work. It comes from handling what you can handle today and letting tomorrow's problems be tomorrow's problems. It comes from not lying to yourself about what needs to be done. Let me say something a little uncomfortable. A lot of your stress is self-inflicted, not because you're broken, but because your habits are. You overcommit. You under-rest. You avoid hard decisions. You say yes when every fiber of your being is screaming no. You expect perfection from yourself instead of simply aiming for progress. You see, you don't need to be more relaxed. You need to be more honest. Honest about your limits. Honest about your priorities. And brutally honest about what is actually worth your precious energy. Stress also shows up when you're living out of alignment with who you really are. When you're chasing things you don't even want. When you're trying to impress people who won't matter in 5 years, or even 5 months. When your daily actions don't match your core values. Your body knows. It always knows. That tension in your shoulders, that heaviness in your chest, that constant feeling of being on edge, that's not random. That is resistance. It's your soul telling you that you're on the wrong path. But here's the flip side, the part people often forget. Some stress is actually a good sign. It means you're growing. New levels demand new versions of you. Pressure, when managed correctly, builds capacity. Diamonds are not made in comfort, and neither are strong, resilient people. The goal isn't a stress-free life. That's a complete fantasy. The goal is a stress-strong life. A life where pressure sharpens you instead of breaking you. Where challenges wake you up instead of wearing you down. So, how do you actually do that? How do you build this stress-strong life? You simplify. You get ruthless about what truly matters, and you let go of the rest. You prioritize. You identify the one or two things that will make the biggest difference, and you tackle them first. You move your body every single day. You sleep like it's your job, because it is. It's the foundation of your mental and physical health. You stop numbing yourself with distractions and face reality head-on. You handle problems when they are small, before they grow into monsters. You breathe on purpose. When you feel that anxiety rising, you take a slow, deep breath. You take responsibility for your life without taking everything personally. And most importantly, you stop pretending you're fine when you're not. Strength isn't silence. Strength is self-awareness. It's having the courage to say, "This is too much," or "I need help," or "I need to change something." Let me leave you with this final thought. Stress isn't asking you to quit. It's asking you to change something. Change how you think. Change how you plan. Change how you respond. Change how you live. Listen to the signal. Don't fear it. Use it. Don't let it use you. Because when you learn to manage stress, you don't just survive under pressure. You dominate under it. And that, right there, is where your real power lives. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content on building a stronger mind and a better life. See you in the next one.